Inkies, and welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are doing so very well. Today, like promised, is a haul video. Now, some people may love them, some people may hate them, some people may spend a little bit more money when watching one, and I apologize in advance if you feel the need and urge to buy the things that I have in my haul. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm going to make this a two-parter because like things that I've collected over the last couple of months, some of them are big, some of them are small, like it's all mixed up, and I have to sort of seek out where they are in the studio, and I have to try and remember what I have bought. But I'm going to do some of the major players first to get them off the table and done. So one of the things that I have wanted to buy for a really long time is the Naked Cow Hobonichi cover. Now this is the A5, obviously, in Burnt Honey, and I asked him if he would give me a smoother leather if he had it on hand, because I'd seen with some of the Burnt Honeys that it was like very pebbled, and I was not down for that. I just wanted a smoother look, but I hoped he could give it to me, and he delivered beautifully. So this is the Burnt Honey Hobonichi cover. I got the dark red stitching. This is a magnetic closure like that. Miss Vicky B has done a huge review on this, so I'm not going to go too much into it. So when you open it up, this pocket flips out, and so there's little slip pockets in here, and there's also another pocket in here, which is where I've got some of the Hobonichi folders, and also some spare watercolor paper. And pull this over, and you have the pockets here. Come on, autofocus. You know you want to focus. There we go. So there's pockets here, and he actually made them to fit the Hobonichi stencils. So there's that, and then you have the page holders. So I picked a brighter red for the page holders. The book that I've got inside here at the moment is the 7 Seas Nanami paper one in Crossfield or Crossfire. I haven't used it yet. You know when you get a really nice book and you're like, it needs to be amazeballs? Yeah. And then a same pocket here. They don't have the little pocket, just that, and I've just got color swatches in here from when I'm doing color swatch work. So, and then that pops out, and you can put a notebook in here, one of those reporter style notebooks. I don't think I will do that. And this is a pen holder as well, or a pencil holder. But it is really beautifully made. Let me pull this out. So you actually have 2 elastics in here. So I've just got the big Nanami paper on one, and I haven't had any problems with it. So there, it does take up like quite a lot of real estate, but I think it is beautiful and very well made, and I'm glad to have it in my collection. And I think I will end up putting my Hobonichi in here every now and again, just to change things up. Normally I'm not one to change the covers of my things, but I thought maybe it would give it a try just to see what it's like to be one of those people that change their covers in and out. But yes, this is a beautiful piece of leather artistry, and I have been obsessed about it for at least 6 months, and was trying. I saved, and then when it came time to buy it, I was like, am I really sure I want to buy it? But I'm so glad that I did actually pull the trigger on this. It is quite heavy already, and that's with the book inside it, because there's a lot of leather that goes into this. I couldn't see people using this as an everyday carry because of its weight. I don't know, but it's stunning. So that is the Naked Cow A5 Hobonichi cover in Burnt Honey. Okay, so moving right along. So let's talk Sojourner. So you guys know that I had been waiting for my Sojourner order to come so patiently, maybe not so patiently. And I finally arrived last week, and in the package was this beautiful Levi A6 leather. I think it's Levi or Levy, I'm not quite sure, but I call it Levi. So it is so stunning. Look at it. Oh, I love that inky blue color. I was hoping it would be this color. I was going off Babette's photos and I was just like, oh, it looks like it. I think it looks like that dark inky blue. So this is the A6. It has a Stalogy notebook in it at the moment. I sold my Outlander because I wasn't a fan of the Outlander leather from Chic Sparrow. So I sold it because I knew that this was coming. So my Stalogy notebook is in here with all my watercolor notes. And I also got the beautiful card holder from Rowena as a gift and a thank you for all my not promoting as if I was doing it to get paid. I genuinely love Sojourner as a brand, and I think that comes across in my videos. And obviously a lot of inkies have ordered their Sojourners because of my videos or because of Babette's love for hers. So this was a little token, thank you token. So I've put some watercolor paper in there, and the Pause Plan Create stencils that Hayley makes fit in there. Now I tried to put my Hobonichi stencils in there and I actually snapped one. Yeah, so don't try and put your Hobonichi stencils in here because you'll snap them. I snapped my green one. Not in half, but like one of the little pieces snapped and I was so devastated. But there is a beautiful, I can't wait for this to get all pliable and stuff, the way that my outside pocket is getting so much more softer since you get chunky monkey since I've had mine and I use it on the daily. So I can't wait for this to get to that feel. And the other thing that I ordered were some inserts. I actually got 3 of the orchid paper inserts. 2 of those are for Cian, 1 of them's for me. So there's that. And the other thing that was a surprise in my parcel was this beauty. Now I was going to order this for my Christmas present from my husband. This is the Artist Traveler and this is the seed leather, I'm pretty sure, and the natural leather with the orange trim. Now this was also a gift and it was one of her early prototypes. And I actually gasped and got a little bit teary because I honestly did not expect anything in return. I was just showing off something that I really, really love. Like if I love a product, I will tell people that I love a product. I will not say I love something unless I actually love it, because there's no point in that. That's just dishonest. So this is the beautiful Artist Traveler and you're meant to slip. Let me get my my moleskin. Excuse my squeaky chair. I need a new one. So this is how it's meant to go, but you're meant to have the actual right size. I've ordered the right size. So it was designed for the reporter style notebooks, watercolor notebooks, and you can also fit a watercolor palette in here if you choose to. And I have tried my big one and it does fit in there. So that is what it does, and there's also a credit card slot here. So I have the bigger size moleskin coming so that it fits better, but this was also a gift from Rowena to me, and I will always say that it is a gift because it was, and it is stunning. And now hubby goes, does that mean I'm off the hook for Christmas? And I'm like, no, you can buy me the A5 Roadrunner. So he's like, okay. So either way, I will be ordering again from Rowena, but this is so pretty. Like this feels so nice, and I can't wait for it to get all patinaed and soft and lovely. So I also really love the marking in here. There's a big scar here, and I actually really love the scar. So I like things with imperfections because I am very far from perfect. So that is the Artist Traveler. Come on, autofocus. The Artist Traveler from Rowena, and this is the larger size. There is a smaller size as well. So beautiful, and I'm gonna cherish this for a very long time, and I can see me passing this down to my daughter when it's her time to be the traveling artist that I know she will be. Now my other big player in my haul is this thing. This has haunted me for over a year. Like haunted me. Can you hear it? Sounds of stationery. So this is the Superior Labour Company's pen roll from Balm Kuchen. And I actually sold some of my Hobonichi covers to fund this purchase because my old Hobonichi covers were just sitting on the shelf and they were very sought after ones. So I sold them because they were doing me no good sitting on the shelf, and because I am a leather girl, my Hobonichis are now housed in leather books. So I thought I would sell them off, let them be used and loved by other people, and fund this purchase. So this is the pen roll from the Superior Labour Company. There's a nice bird having a crack. And so this is what I've got in it at the moment. I have a gold clip. I have my small Schminky palette, which fits perfectly in that spot, but it does take up a lot of your real estate. I have two of my favorite Copic markers, my pink pencil, my wine multi-liner. Thank you for Cian for pointing out that my two faves are not in there. A water brush, a black drawing pen, and a white Signo. So basically this is a on-the-go sort of thing. This is what I put inside my handbag lately. I haven't been taking my little Gillio pencil case. I've just been taking this. And it's very stiff to begin with, but I know my girlfriend Julia from Julia's Bento has had hers for a while, and hers is like loosening up and getting really lovely and scrumptious. So it just needs a good life beating, but it is an investment piece. This was around 110 US dollars, which is why I had to sell two of my Hobonichi things to fund it, because I just didn't have the funds and wasn't going to touch family budgets to fund a purchase. So I think it was a well worth purchase, and this is going to be another thing that I will be using for many years to come. That's sort of where I'm heading with my supplies. I'm trying to buy and purchase quality supplies, quality handmade supplies that I can take with me into my later years, when I want to, you know, art and create. I want things that I have, that have my story in them, that have my history in them. I'm slowly thinking about culling down my collection just so I have my absolute favorites, which is why I got rid of the Outlander. And there might be a couple others that I might move. I'm not quite sure, but I really want to go into my later years. It sounds like I'm aging at a very fast rate, but I just want my favorite things with me, and something that I can pass down to my kids that are going to last that timeline. So I know that I have, you know, good quality things to pass down to my kids when you know, it's time to do so. So some of these things are what I have envisioned them to be, and this is definitely one of them that I can see being battered and old and lovely and soft, and passing it down to my kids. And same with my leather journals. That's how I envision them, and that's why I tend to save my money and buy the higher end things, knowing that they will last and that my kids will get to have something that I've cherished and loved and lived with for many years. So that is one of the reasons why I invest my money in really good handmade quality things instead of buying a whole heap of cheaper things, because I want them to be not heirlooms, because that sounds really, you know, stuck up, but something that I can have my kids remember me by. Like some of the things that my mom have handed down to me, you know, I cherish those things because they lived with my mom, and my mom's fine. She's not dead or anything like that, but I cherish the things my mom hands down to me, and the things that my grandmother has handed down to me. Those things mean the world. So that's how I see things when I purchase things like this. Even though they cost me a bit more money, I know that it is going to be beautiful by the time I hand it down to Boo or hand it down to Elijah. So there is that. Now let's move on to some books. You've already seen some of the books that I have hauled in my current favorites. So the color mixing book, and also the other color book. I'm not going to show those to you because you guys have already seen them. If you haven't, go check out the current favorites, which was last month from memory. Yes, last month. So scroll back and look for current favorites for October, and you'll see the creative books in there. But I have a couple of others to show you, so I'll go grab them now. Okay, so I know I said I wasn't going to show you, but I'm going to do a quick review just in case. So this is the 1500 color mixing recipes for oil, acrylic and watercolor, and basically it has different ways to mix colors for different mediums and tells you what sort of percentages you need to sort of get the general idea of how colors are made. And I'm trying really hard to get my color mixing on point, so I decided to add some theory books to my library. Sometimes it's good to add these sorts of books so you have a reference. I like them to be in books rather than on the internet. I don't know why, I just do. So this one is awesome. It shows you different colors for different eyes and things. So great book there. So I will try and link as much as I can down below. Last time I did this, I was linking for like an hour. So I'll do as much as the linking as I can. So there's that one. Put it down there. This is the other one. I know a lot of people actually bought this one because of the favorites book. So this one is all about color theory and all the different pigments, all the different color shades. It was really, really beautifully laid out, and I know quite a few of you went and picked up a copy as well. It's got lots of information. Hubby goes away in like on Sunday, so hubby goes away for 2 weeks, and this is when I sit down and do really proper reading and stuff. The other side of the bed turns into my makeshift studio, and I take all my new books and I read and I write because I spend my nights alone when he's away. So I will be sitting down with these books and making my notes in my lovely A6. So that is Artist's Color Manual, the complete guide to working with color. Highly recommend if you want to broaden your color theory and all that sort of thing. So there's that one. Also saw this in my favorites, which is the Imaginary Characters one. I have another book coming that is already been shipped, but that won't be here for a while. And that was Danielle Donaldson. I think it was called Brave Girl. So that one's coming as well. Oh, I love this. I just love these. I haven't had a good chance to look at these because I've been so tied up with Patreon work that I don't get much of a chance to do art for art's sake anymore, or art just for myself. I really need to work out a schedule so that I can do that, because that's how I generate new ideas. Oh, isn't she precious? I love quirky things. I love them. Little soft toys, that sort of thing. So there is the Imaginary Characters by Karen O'Brien. Lovely little book if you love strange looking whimsy things. I bought this a little while ago now because of Anae. Most of my book purchases that are obscure are because of Anae. So this is the Completed Decorated Journal. So this is 2 books in one, I think, and this is all about journaling and different types of journaling and different layouts, different spreads. It's really a good perv into journaling and seeing people's journals, that sort of thing. And I love books like this. I love looking at people's journals. I'm such a voyeur. But this gives you techniques and things. Again, I haven't had a chance to quickly look through this. I'm waiting for hubby to leave me for 2 weeks, and then I will binge read in bed and binge flick and make notes and things and get my tabs out and tab things that I find interesting. I just love looking at other people's journals and those like crinkled paper on the side. I love this sort of stuff. So this is the Complete Decorated Journal. So it's a compendium of journal techniques by Gwen Dyan, I think. Anyway, I'll link it down below, book depository. And then I bought the next copy of Womankind. I have been, scouring my newsagent, waiting for it to come, and it finally did. Look at this stuff. It is so stunning. I was reading it on the couch last night. This artist has some beautiful work. So beautiful. But I loved this, and I loved this one. So pretty, so pretty. There's lots of artwork and photographs and a good journal fodder. Once I've read it all, I will take it to the scissor goddess, as I call it, and cut it all up for journal fodder. But there's some really cool imagery in this one, like a And oh, I like her as well. But yes, this is the Womankind notebook. It is an Australian one as far as I'm aware. And so this is volume 10. So that is out in your newsagents now if you can find it. I am lucky enough that my newsagent stocks it, but I do stalk it because it sells out very, very quick. And of course it does. Not only does it have beautiful artwork in it, it has some stunning, stunning articles to read. And this is one of the few magazines I actually read cover to cover before I cut it up. And that's saying something. My last book is not quite art related, but as a few of you guys know, I'm on this, positive journey kick, and it was Seaweed Kisses video that sort of kicked it all off for me, and she mentioned this woman, Lisa Nichols. Now this is her new book, and I am going to start it when hubby leaves. I tried to start it when I was away with my family, but my attention kept getting pulled away from it, so I just gave up trying. So this is Abundance Now, Amplify Your Life and Achieve Prosperity Today. So I am going to read this. This is her newest book. She has quite a number of other ones, and I'll probably, if I enjoy this one, I will go back and buy the other ones. But I've watched a heap of interviews with her on YouTube, and she has been so amazing to listen to. I've absolutely loved every interview with her. She's just someone that you could listen to for hours and hours, and I literally have. When I was making my positive affirmation dashboards in the lounge room, I was listening to interviews with her as I did them. So yeah, totally love this woman. She's amazing, and I can't wait to dig into this book on Sunday. I suppose I'll start reading it Sunday since hubby lives then and he's away for 2 weeks. So now let's talk about some art supplies and crafting supplies and stencils and things. Now that we've got the big players and the books out of the way, let's talk art supplies. So this may seem like an odd little thing, but my husband pointed it out to me. This is a Mikador brand, which is a cheap brand of art supplies here in Australia. And it was like a pen holder or a supplies carrier. In the picture, I didn't keep the packaging, which I should have. It is actually grey. It was grey, but hubby and I spray painted it white so that it suited all my desk furniture, so you can see there. And I use it to keep track of all my pens, my drawing pens. As you guys know, I have a huge selection. This is just some of them of my drawing pens, and I have them in all different tip sizes. And so this was a way for me to track them down the line, and then when one runs out, I can take the next one and the next one. These are my Gillio pens down here. I've got a couple of my wine colored ones here. I got some of the Hi-Tech C mica pens that I really love drawing with in the 0.4. I bought a 5-pack. And what we actually did, and I'll put in footage because it's hard, I can't show you here, I will put in some footage, is we actually turned it on its side. Hopefully they stay in here. And we put Velcro on here. Velcro dots on here, and actually put Velcro on my desk, and then I have mounted it on the side of my desk, so you'll get to see footage of it now, and you can see that all the pens are really neatly sitting. They're stored correctly, especially with the Copic pens. They need to be stored correctly so the ink stays where it should be. And this is basically how I am using it. Obviously not designed for this thing this way, but I find it really good. And I know that I said to hubby I'll probably end up buying another one of these when this one gets filled up. So I am also thinking about using it for my colored pencils. I'm not quite sure yet. But it also fits some paint brushes, but not many. I do prefer it for all my drawing pens. It's a great way to keep them organized. It's a great way to know which ones are new and which ones are old, and what nib sizes I'm running out of and things like that. So this was I think it was $10. The purchase, it was a really cheap purchase, cost us $2 for spray paint, and we spray painted it and then just adhered it to the side of my desk. And I felt super smart thinking about that idea. So that is my pen caddy storage, and I really like that. That's how we decided to use it, or that's how I decided to use it. It's been really easy to find my pens and to do, know what I'm missing, know what I need. or and making sure that I'm not just using the same pens in the same nibs and like running them all down at different levels. So this is a way to keep track of that, because I always seem to be running out of ink. I see my 0.8s are all like dying slowly, so this is a way to keep track of that. So I can't remember the exact name, but I'll try and find a link for you. I'm pretty sure there's like different types of things out here with the same purpose. So that is my pen storage. Okay, I ran out of space on my SD card, so that's all dealt with now. So let's talk about the Ecoline liquid watercolors. Now, I could have ran out and bought the entire set and used up all my monthly allowance, but I've decided not to do that. So I've been collecting them one at a time, and I currently have Pastel Rose, and I have Pastel Red, and then I also have Light Rose. So I have three very, very similar colors, and I had been searching for these shades for a while. It took me ages to finally get the Pastel Rose and the Light Rose. They were always sold out. I blame Fran. So I will show you what they look like in my journal. After I've shown what's on my desk, I'm going to cut it here because I'm already sitting at 25 minutes because I have no self-control when it comes to talking. So this is Pastel Rose. So, oh, is there already pink in my paintbrush? Apparently there is. So, this is Pastel Rose. Very nice. So there's that color there. Pastel Rose. Okay, now this is Pastel Red. I think these are around, I always buy them when they're on special, so when Ecoshley's has them on sale is when I pick them up. This is Pastel Red, kind of like a apricot color. So there's Pastel Red, so you can see the difference in shade there. And Light Rose. I'm paranoid about getting it everywhere because I am this is a much more vibrant color, and I think this was the last one I picked up, which I could never find. Yeah. It's a little bit darker than the Pastel Rose. Don't know what this journal page is going to end up like, but we'll see. So there are the three shades there for you. So you can see, I think they're probably my favorite to sort of just paint like this, like paint organic shapes and things like that. I do prefer my actual watercolor half pans for watercoloring. I think this is more of a doodling kind of medium. I don't think I could see myself using them for watercolor illustrations, but you know, Fran Nerd uses hers to watercolor, so there's that. Now, I got a few questions about this in my Breaking in a New Journal. This is the pink ink, and it says it's by Platinum, and it says mix free, and I didn't keep the packaging because I'm a tool. And this color is Cyclamen Pink. So Platinum brand, I think is the brand, and this is Cyclamen Pink, and I did get it at 50% off. I think I paid $8 for the whole bottle. And you guys know that this is like the best color in the world, and is like bright neon pink. So nice. Let's just go over here to, who cares? You're all probably going, how is she going to pull this page together? Maybe I should do a journal with me with this page. Show you how I make some sort of magic with it. But that is that pink. Isn't it amazeballs? I just want to cover every page in this. I think I said it in my video as well, I just want to cover every single page in this pink. So I'm so glad I jumped on that pink ink. I almost put it back, but I would be kicking myself if I did. I actually bought some converters for my little fountain pen that I have red ink at the moment, and I'm gonna put the converter into that so I can write in this neon hot pink. So those are my liquid watercolors and fountain pen ink purchases. I will try and find links for everything, especially the pink ink, because a lot of people ask me about it. So there's that. Now let's move along to some actual watercolors. I'll put this over here to dry. I did make an order with Kat from Artistic Cat. As usual, my favorite place to order my Daniel Smith watercolor supplies. And I am doing a YouTube video for her this week, but I'm gonna let you know that you need to get your orders in by the 1st of November, because that is when they are shutting the shop down. I hope I've got that right, Kat. Chandra, I shouldn't say Kat, Chandra. I hope I've got that right. Get your orders in before the 1st of December if you want them for Christmas. So my phone is ringing, so I'm going to answer that. Okay. I shouldn't say okay every time I come back, but yes, sister-in-law called. So yes, get your orders in for Christmas. I actually need to do that because I am ordering my best friend a portable rainbow set for Christmas, so I need to do just that as well. But I will be making a proper video for YouTube, working with watercolors and talking about her shop and the dates and things. So because I am trying to get color theory and mixing and stuff like that, I went to start doing like a huge mixathon last time John was away, actually, and I realized that I was missing some of the key colors to do the mixing. I was either didn't have a cool blue or I didn't have a warm red. I just had the wrong shades of the primaries to do that. So I picked up Pyrrole Scarlet, and I picked up Hansa Yellow Light, I picked up Cerulean Blue, I picked up Gothite, I think it's spelt, I'll link below. I picked up Quin Coral. This is not a primary, this is just a really hot color that I've wanted for a while. Phthalo Blue Green shade, Raw Umber, and what's this color? Oh, Phthalo Blue Green shade. This was actually sent to me by Chandra's mum because she accidentally got some black in it and didn't want to sell it to a normal customer. So she's like, I'm gonna put little surprise misfit pans in your parcels. So it is Phthalo Blue Green shade. So I've got Phthalo Green Blue shade and Phthalo Blue Green shade, and in the little side note may have black in it, so that'll be interesting. So I have a cute little misfit pan. So I'm going to be doing some color mixing. I won't do it on camera until I feel absolutely in charge of color mixing, but I am going to be doing a lot of color mixing coming, so I wanted to get my primaries all sorted out, which I'll do when hubby goes away. I have grand plans when hubby goes away. I have all these things I think I'm going to get done because I feel like I can do them because hubby works so many long hours. When he comes home, I want to spend time with him, and I don't do work when I should be working. Okay, let's move on. These need no explanation. I bought these Triplus fine liners in neon shades purely because of the neon pink. Okay, they're great. I love them. The pink's awesome. They are very, very neon. Like them a lot. So I went to a craft show thing recently, and I picked up these Magicals by the Lindy Stamp Gang. I won't pull them out now. I'll probably put some footage of me playing with them in the Creative Month video because they're quite messy and I don't have anything set up to play with them, but they are like a pigment powder, and when you add water to them, they look amazeballs. I've had a bit of a play with them and I can't wait to show you the fun things that I'm going to be playing with these, but you'll see these in action. So I've got Mango Mania, Luscious Lime, Hibiscus Rose, Caribbean Blue, and Pineapple Paradise. They are really, really cool and just something different. I've seen them quite a lot on YouTube, and I thought that I wanted to try my hand at them, so I grabbed them from this craft show. I also, you guys saw me use these in one of my videos. I'm not quite sure which one it was. Don't know. Can't remember. So many videos are all blurring. This is also that Mikador brand that my pen holder is from, and these are called Aqua Painters, and they're paint pens, but they can be water can be added to them to give like a watercolor effect. So these are quite cool, and I have used them quite often and I really enjoy them. They do have different sets, and I got the spring collection because I liked the shade range that came in the spring collection. It was more colors that I would use. They had like an earthy toned one, and they had about 3 or 4 different packs. They were $16, and I was wondering if that was worth it. At the moment, I'm still saying no, that's not worth it. I think you don't get as much color as you should, but I have reached for them quite a lot. And as you know, I have a lot of art supplies, and I do have my favorites, and it's not often that a newcomer comes and I pick them up, and that could be because I am using a lot of acrylic paint lately, and that could be why I'm pulling towards them. I'm not sure, but they were very cool. I'm not sure if you can get them in the US. So, spring collection: sunflower yellow, green lily, bluebird, poppy red, tulip pink, and petunia purple. Oh, so they have spring, summer, and winter collections. Perfect for fashion, art students, hobby artists, and designers. They contain acid-free, light-fast ink, which dries opaque like acrylic paint. The water-based ink allows users to achieve various watercolor effects when using together with water, ideal for illustration and coloring on paper, cardboard, wood, glass, plastic, and metal. The high coverage, archival quality, fade-proof colors look great on both light and dark surfaces. And I will agree with this. They are very highly pigmented, and I have enjoyed using them a lot. I just don't know if they're worth the money. I would probably pick them up on sale, but I won't ever buy them, the other sets, on full price. So Mikador Aqua Painters for Artists Spring Collection. Right, next I have some stamps. You guys know that I'm always buying stamps because I use them quite a lot in my journals. I picked up this sort of ransom note alphabet set in my last order for Craft Online when I bought the clear silhouette sticker paper. And I was trying to get free shipping, because we all know that if you get to a certain amount you get free shipping, and suddenly that $10 shipping means you have to spend $50 on supplies. I did it, I'll admit it. So these are really beautiful. These are by, who are they by? I can't remember. Does it say? Hero Arts, yes. Hero Arts makes some really beautiful wood mounted stamps, and they're a great little size for your journals and planners, which is why I grabbed them, and I love all the different fonts. So I'll be having a play with those very, very soon. I just hope I can keep them all because I'm very... I easily lose things of the small variety. So there's those. So I think these are on the sale section, so I don't think you'll be able to find them as easily. I do kind of pick up their stamp sets in the clearance section. This is the Teresa Collins clear stamps. He said, she said. I actually really loved the flower, and I loved these little Monday to Sunday boxes down below, and these, I thought these would just be really good for journaling. So I grabbed them. I think this was like a $5 set on sale, so I grabbed that. I also grabbed from Hero Arts, these are also on sale because that's how I roll, these cool borders. Now they look really sketchy, and I love that. I really love this uneven circle. I can see me using this a hell of a lot, and I like the idea of using this to section off journal entries in my journal. That's how I envisioned it when I purchased it. So sectioning off certain spots for journaling. I also thought about it in my A5 Hobonichi, because that's going to be an all-rounded planner and family and all that sort of stuff, and the daily pages. I might use this as a way to do a little drawing a day in my daily pages, since I'm not going to be doing draw my day on the full A5 page. I thought this was a cool way to section off that. I'm not quite sure if it's going to work yet because I know that stamp ink, quote me if I'm wrong, I have a lot of issues not getting bleed through with stamp ink. There's probably ink out there that I'm not aware of at the moment that doesn't bleed through. So I will have to have a play to find out what ink works and what ink doesn't. But I thought that it'd be cool to section off little drawing sections in your journal. But yeah, so they're really simple and clear. Not clear, cool, but I will need to go and buy a bigger acrylic block because my acrylic block is too small for this big one, so I need to buy a bigger one. This was also from the craft show that I went to. This was a $3 stamp set in the clearance bin, and it's just all fonts and numbers. Yes, they're all around the wrong way, which is why it looks all weird. It took me ages to get my head around. They're all there. I've checked everything, so it's just a really good everyday sort of alphabet set. I'm always collecting alphabets because I use them a ton. So that is Portercraft. I've never heard of them. Apparently they're Australian. But yeah, they were on sale and cheap, so I grabbed them. And stencils. I have purchased quite a lot of stencils from the craft show and just in my everyday travels. What I might do is I might move this stuff off my desk so that I can come back and actually show you because these are quite big. So sorry, my best friend just asked me, does the Weeks fit in the B6 Slim? And I just sent her a silly little video. And if you're watching this, Joe, yes it does. Where have you been, my love? Where have you been? So stencils, let's talk stencils. At the craft show, I spent most of my money on stencils because I think they're fabulous and can be used in so many different ways. So good for layering. I am going to be doing some jelly printing for you guys later on in the month, so look out for that. So my 6x6s, I bought some from the craft show, some from online, some of them a no-name brand, so I can't tell you the brand. They were just at one of the craft stores and they were cheap, so I grabbed them. So this is Crafters Workshop, and this is called Mini Life Numbers. So I thought that one was going to be awesome for journaling, so I grabbed that one. You guys saw me use this in my pencil board video just recently. So this is a Balsa Designs. I do love her stencils, and this one is called Mini Believe Script. So it was really cool. I really enjoyed it. As you see, it has already been used, and I don't clean my stencils because I'm lazy. This one is by Kasia, Kasia, but it's through the Crafters Workshop. So this one is called Mini XOXO. I really loved the look of this background and stuff, so that's why I grabbed that one. Another Ballsy's design. I call it Ballsy, but it's actually Balsa. So this one was recommended to me by Cian, so I grabbed it. And this is the Mini Swirly Garden. So I think that'll look really cool in the backgrounds of pages and things, especially with the jelly printing. I love this one. I've got so many ideas pumping around in my head for this one. So this one is called Mini Spiky Wheels. I will try and link as many of these as I can. I know they come in the 6x6 and the 12x12, but I really prefer the smaller ones. They're much easier to navigate. Probably not the best choice for doing jelly printing, but I prefer my stencils small if I can get to them. So this is by scrapmats.com, and this one is as well, and these are just general graphic prints. You guys know I'm a lover of graphic prints. I actually have the really big one of this, and this one is called Mini Life Months. So you have the months down the side and then numbers down here. So they're going to be really handy when I do my journaling and I want to do some embossing and things. So these are like smaller type stencils. So I've got stars, numbers, and crosses. I like the size of these. I really love that star one, even though I do love drawing my own. This one is, does it say what it's called? No, it doesn't. But it's like wonky circles, and I live for wonky circles. So this is by Urban Artist. I'm pretty sure I got this on sale at Riot, which is an art store here in Australia. So I'm not quite sure if you guys can get them where you guys are, or I don't know, but wonky circles, that's what I'm calling it. So that's what it's going to be called. Crafters Workshop, this one was called Life Tidbits. So it has the Monday to Sunday flags, which I loved. Weird little dotty things. It's got speech bubbles, patterns, all different things. I'll probably end up cutting this one down the way I did with my other large stencils, because I will probably section off these things, and they're too big and they're cumbersome and they get stuck. But yes, they are too big. And this one is another Balzer Designs one, and this one is called Word Arrows. So they're different types of arrows. They'll be cool for like headers and things. And then there is the 12 by 12, and this is the weekly circles, and I wish I'd bought it in the smaller size, because these are going to take up so much room in my planner and my journal, but I'll make it work. Maybe I'll add them with some like string and make them a floating day of the week. I don't know, but yeah, I wish I'd bought this in the 6 by 6, but I'm pretty sure it was sold out, because most of these I grabbed while they were on half price sale or something. I never pay full price for stencils. I always buy them on sale. So that's the huge collection of stencils that I bought for jelly printing and for journal fodder. We're going to do a video. Well, I'm going to do a video. You're going to enjoy that video. So we're going to do things together on the video on making your own journal fodder. So I think that it will be a cool video, and these are going to come into play. We're going to get messy. It's going to be fun. It's going to be colorful and unique to you. You guys can make your own, and it'll be great and fun. And I think I'm going to leave that here for now, because I have other things, but I know this video is already ridiculously long. So that is all I'm going to do for you today. There will be a part 2, and I might put that in later in the month. I don't want to just use up 2 videos straight back to back on hauls. It's not how I do things. I like to give you guys inspiration, not just buy. So part 2 will come later on in the month, and I promise it will. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll link as much as I can down below. If there's anything you want to see a more in-depth look at, or want to know how I use that certain product, please put that down below, because that helps me. I could make that into a series. How do I use it? But yes, thank you for watching, guys. Thanks so much for staying with me and listening to me babble on. Sorry the lighting is so crappy. It is an overcast day here, and I'm got my window wide open, trying to get as much light in as possible. And if people walk behind my backyard, they can just see me talking to a camera, because I have a huge window in front of my desk. So fun times, fun times. I will talk to you lovely inkies very soon. Much love to you. Enjoy, get cracking. Don't buy all the things, just buy some of the things. Okay, bye. But hey, and we went to go see Wicked as part of my birthday present, and it was amazing. There's my bestie. That was us getting ready for Wicked, and just bits and pieces that I find. Like I said, oh, there's Wicked. Like I said, I also